Hey guys, today I want to talk about one of the biggest problems in Diablo 4's endgame right now, if not the biggest problem. But I want to preface all of this saying that Season 6 for Diablo 4 is my favorite season so far. I've been having tons of fun with the season. I think the game is in a good state and it is going to continue to improve. So this is not a doomer video because I am very positive about the game before saying, oh, you are only here to bitch and to whine and whatever. No, I like the game. The game is really cool. I have 4 characters. I have played a fuck ton. My characters can do pits over 90. So I think I've been liking the game. I think you can characterize this as a hater. But what I am saying is to improve the game. I want the game to always be better and better and better. And that is why I give my feedback. And my feedback right now is related to endgame. But ultra endgame, like pits over 80, pits over 90, the Uber bosses, all of that. So maybe this problem doesn't affect the whole community, but just affect a small percentage. But that is what I want to talk about. My biggest gripe right now with Diablo 4 is that there is no skill expression. The biggest skill expression that you can have is the build you play, like developing a cool build. Creating a build will be the way you express your skill, because when you go to a boss, that there are no cool bosses in Diablo 4, let's be honest, or you go to a high pit, what matters is your gear, the level of your gear, your affixes, your graded affixes, your aspects, your rolls on your uniques. That is what says the crits that you have in your master working, in your tempering. That is what determines if you are going to clear the pit or not your skill. There might be some people out there on Copium saying, no, you have to know how to play the game to clear a pit. No, brother, you don't have to. You take a character that is geared out to the max and you give it to a person that doesn't play the game that much and they can clear a high level pit, because it is not a skill expression. A geared character will clear it. I don't like that. I know that for some ARPG people, that is how the game is supposed to be. Diablo 3 was like that and Diablo 2 was like that, and I don't give a fuck about how it was before. I care about how it is now, because right now I can play Diablo 4 or I can play another game that rewards a skill if I want to express myself in that way. So I could play WoW, or I could play Dota 2 or whatever. So I want to play Diablo because I like the skills, I like the characters, I like the universe, I like how the game plays. But this particular thing could be improved. They are going to do a mid-season update. They are going to do a campfire chat tomorrow or whatever. I don't think this will be improved, not because they don't think it is a problem, that maybe they don't, I don't know. But even if they think this is a problem and they want to fix it, I don't think it is fixable in a mid-season update. It can probably be fixed in a launch of a season if they want to fix it, because maybe they think this is the way the game should be philosophically. I think it is not the way it should be, because there is no difference, there is no skill difference. Like in WoW you can have a dude that has less gear than another dude, but because he knows how to play his character, he can pump out more damage. That is impossible in Diablo 4. That is impossible. By the way, I haven't played a fucking Spiritborn. I don't like broken shit. When a build is broken and is compounding on bugs or whatever, I don't play them. So my main this season was the Necromancer, and then I went for the Rogue, then I went for the Druid, and then I went for the Barbarian. Those are the 4 classes that I have played this season. And I have to be honest, my 2 favorites right now are the Necromancer and the Rogue. Really fun classes, different builds that are viable to push over 90 in the pit. Really cool. What is the most skill expression you can have in a pit in Diablo 4? Like dodging the CC in the ground, and if you have unstoppable, you don't care about that. Like with the Rogue, I don't have that much unstoppable, so I use my dodges to get out of freezing stuff or the fear. But out of that, no skill expression. Or you have the damage to time the pit, or you don't have the damage to time the pit. There is no fear of dying, nothing is going to kill you, and everything revolves around, do I have the damage to kill everything on time, or I don't have the damage to kill everything on time? And that is it. And you will say, but you are revolving everything around the pit. Yes, because the pit is the only thing you have in Diablo 4 to test your skill. Because what are you going to do? Kill over bosses that die in 1 second. And not only with the Spiritborn, with any class. Because you can say, yes, because the Spiritborn is broken and you go with the Spiritborn and you kill them in 1 second. No, every class can kill any overboss in 1 second. Now, the coolest thing they introduced this season, in my opinion, is the Dark Citadel. And yes, the Dark Citadel is really cool, and I hope they keep doing it. But I don't feel the community has received it that well, the whole of the community, but I like it a lot. And how did they solve this problem in the Citadel? They didn't solve it, but they tried to do it by getting the bosses to get to points where they are completely immune. So they force the players to do the mechanics, because what happens with Duriel, with Andariel, with the Beastie Knights, the people don't do the mechanics because what they do, the boss goes down, they one-shot the boss, and the fight is done. How did they prevent this in the Dark Citadel? Oh, you can't one-shot the boss because when you get to 1/3 of its life, he goes into immunity. And they force you to do the mechanics. That is a fix in quotes, because yes, you have to do the mechanics, but it is not a fix because at the same time you are not worried about dying. The boss poses no threat to you. You just one-shot the third of the bar, do the mechanic, one-shot the other third of the bar, do the mechanic, one-shot it, and the fight is over. No threat, nothing is happening in here. In my opinion, they should have to balance these things so a real fight occurs. Because right now, Diablo 4 is just, I am going to do 4 trillion damage and nothing matters. In my opinion, that is not cool gameplay, brother. There is no skill expression, there are no cool fights. Everything is, or you have luck to have the best gear, or you swipe your card to go into Diablo 4 trading and buy 4 greater affixes in all your slots, and you clear the highest speed, and you kill everything, and nothing matters. I don't think that should be the way the game is played, brother. What, in my opinion, what will be the fix? Rebalance the health and the damage of the monsters in the pits, rebalance the health and the damage of the bosses and the mechanics, make the mechanics more visible, rebalance how your guild works and the scaling on your characters, and fix the fucking greater affixes stuff that you don't get greater affixes, enough greater affixes, you don't get max aspects. That is a start. And what you could also do is, if you don't want to fix any of these things, create another mode, another game mode, endgame mode, where your skill is more relevant, where you go test your build, test your skill, and you drive yourself in there, and you leave everything else as it is, because again, I find it fun. I think the game is really cool. That is why I am talking about that top end of players where it doesn't matter, or you have the best gear because you had luck, or you traded or whatever, or you don't have it. But there is no way to overcome this problem. Some people will say, yes, that it is Diablo 4 is a game of getting the best loot, but there is a hard wall that you won't overcome unless, again, you are lucky or you have gold to spend, and it doesn't feel good. So at that point in the season, and that happened to me, I don't want to play anymore. And you can say to me, well, yes, you got 4 characters out of the season, you had over 300 hours, I don't know how many hours I played out of the season, what else do you want? The season gave you everything it could. And I will tell you, you know why? You know what? You are right. I got a lot of content out of the season. I played a lot. That is fine. But there always can be a little bit of an improvement, and I think this is the biggest problem in the end game. There is nothing to really test your skill, there is nothing to really test your build. Everything boils down to, do you have the greater affixes or you don't have them, and that compounds with the problem that getting the greater affixes is a pain in the ass, you don't get much aspect. So that little niche problem that is happening there in the end game, in my opinion, is a problem. Diablo 4 needs cooler bosses, needs cooler an end game that truly defies your build, because right now you build your character, you get there, the game is done. So that is my constructive criticism for the end game of Diablo 4. Again, I know they won't fix this exact thing in the campfire chat, but they can fix other things like fixing the fucking overpoweredness of the Spiritborn. Some people don't want them to nerf the Spiritborn, but to buff the other classes, in my opinion, either of those are viable choices. I will be fine with them just nerfing the Spiritborn. People don't like that option, okay, buff the other classes, because balance is one of the reasons people are not liking it because if you play a Spiritborn and then you switch to another class, you think the other class sucks. I didn't have that experience because I just didn't play a Spiritborn at all. So my 4 classes, I like them. The 4 of them were really cool. I don't play Sorceress because Sorceress sucks and is for pussies. And I didn't play a Spiritborn, so I didn't have that experience. But I know that for other people that happened. They started the season with the Spiritborn. When they reach their goals, they switch it off to another class. They felt the class sucked and stopped playing right there. That is another thing they can fix in the campfire chat. But yes, guys, that is what I think about the state of the end game in Diablo 4 right now. Let me know in the comments below what you think about all of the crap that I have yapped in here. Am I right? Am I wrong? Am I a clown? Let me know in the comments below. I love reading comments even when they don't agree with me, brother. Remember to like the video, to subscribe to the channel, all that cool stuff. Help me out, my dude. Guys, thanks for being here. You guys are awesome. God bless ya. And remember, don't be afraid ever because this is just a ride. By the way, if you want to know who said for the first time this is just a ride, it is that guy in there on the poster, brother. That is the guy that said it for the first time.